The shadows of our dark deeds are bound to our heels. No matter how fast or how far we run, they always arrive at the destination before we do. Once upon a time, in a quiet coastal town where the sea breeze carried the scent of pine and salt, lived a poor boy named Jason. To the townspeople, Jason was a remarkable soul. Despite living in a small, leaky shack by the docks and working long hours to afford a single meal, he spent his free time volunteering at the local orphanage, helping elderly neighbors carry their wood and speaking to everyone with a gentle, soft-spoken elegance. He was a pillar of grace in the community. Yet, beneath his warm smile and patched clothes, Jason was a prisoner. He was haunted by a ghost that no one else could see, the ghost of his own cruel past. A few years earlier, in a distant city, Jason had been a member of a ruthless street gang. Driven by bitterness and a desperate desire for power, he had used his strength to crush the weak, stealing from vulnerable street vendors and destroying lives with a cold, unblinking smile. He had once looked into the tearful eyes of a young, helpless boy begging him not to take the medicine he had just bought for his dying mother, and Jason had beaten him and stolen it anyway. He had believed that survival meant being heartless and that the tears of the weak would simply dry up and vanish. When the guilt of his actions finally became too heavy to bear, he ran away. He changed his appearance, moved to this isolated town, and spent every waking hour trying to buy a clean conscience through relentless acts of kindness. But the past is a meticulous accountant. It never forgets a debt. One stormy evening, Jason attended a community gathering at the town hall, where he was being honored for his service to the local youth. As he stood on the small stage, basking in the warm applause of the crowd, his eyes scanned the room and locked onto a young traveler who had just walked in to seek shelter from the rain. The traveler had a distinct, jagged scar across his hand, the exact mark left by the struggle with the young boy whose mother Jason had ruined years ago. The room seemed to lose its air. The applause turned into a deafening roar in Jason's ears. He rushed off the stage, gasping for breath, and ran frantically through the torrential rain back to his dark shack. He locked the flimsy door, drew the tattered curtains, and sat on the floor, shivering. He realized with terrifying clarity that all his poverty, his good deeds, and his years of hiding had changed absolutely nothing. The universe had brought the consequence of his cruelty right to his doorstep. He hadn't escaped. He had only been on a long leash. The next morning, Jason was found collapsed in his shack, his face frozen in an expression of profound, unspoken sorrow, his spirit completely broken. Those who knew the heavy burden he carried understood the truth. He had finally been crushed by the accumulated weight of the tears he had caused others to shed. The story of Jason teaches us that cruelty is a boomerang that always finds its way back to the hand that threw it. We often live in a world where people believe they can hurt others, step on hearts to survive or get ahead, and simply walk away when they are done. They believe that time or a change of scenery erases malice. But life is an echo. What you send out eventually comes back, and what you sow, you must inevitably reap. You cannot build a beautiful future on a foundation of borrowed tears. True peace cannot be bought with quick penance or desperate acts of charity. After the damage is done, the scars you inflict on the souls of others are mirrored onto your own spirit. While you may deceive the world with a mask of kindness, your conscience keeps a flawless record. Treat every soul with empathy, for the universe ensures that no one truly escapes the gravity of their past.